Allow me to introduce you to the Ruger American Target Lite in 17 HMR. Oh yeah, that is nice. That is nice. Hi guys, this is Racknload, and this is a very nice little rifle. Very nice. Now, I don't shoot a lot of 17 HMR. I mean, it is a rabbit round, isn't it? Really, it's a lot of people say they're safer than 22 LR for ricochets and stuff because the bullet's traveling that fast and it's kind of that small. It's only got to hit like a few blades of grass and it disintegrates. So yeah, it's a cool round for that sort of thing for hunting. But, you get a lot of ricochets, don't you, from 22 LR, 22 long rifle. But yeah, this is a cool rifle. I mean, would you use this one, this particular model for hunting? I mean, it is quite weighty. This one is. I think the name gives it away, Target Lite. Is it light? Well, I'll read out all the specs in a minute. But yeah, what a nice little rifle it is. If you're interested, glass on top is a loopholed American marksman, kind of appropriate. The Ruger American marksman, 3 to 9 times 40, riding on top. Those are loopholed mounts as well. Kindly on loan from Viking Arms. Thanks very much, Viking Arms. So let's just throw out some specs and we'll get in up close and personal and have a bit of a look at this thing in some more detail. So the stock is what they're calling black laminate. I kind of call it grey laminate, but it is what it is. Black laminate. 9-round capacity magazine. I'll show you that again. Well, I'll show you that in detail shortly. Overall length is 37 inches. Barrel length is 18 inches. You don't get any sights with it. Obviously, you've got to throw a scope on it. Length of pull is 13.75 inches. I don't really sort of mention that sort of stuff usually, but it's in the spec sheet here. Weight unscoped is 6.8 pounds. So it's not mega light, is it? Considering they're calling it a Target Lite. Alloy steel, and it's in the finish is sort of like a satin. They're calling it satin blued finish. 1 in 9 right hand twist, 6 grooves. Includes the detachable flush mounted JMX 1 9-round rotary magazine. It will accept the BX 15 Magnum magazines. These, by the way, just to sort of mention it, this is 17. They are available in 22LR and 22WMR. This is quite interesting. I will jump ahead to this as well, but it just says it on the spec sheet. The black laminate stock features an Alexander Henry forend in addition to sling swivels front and rear. Okay, so that means, or at least I think it means, it's that groove there. So it just adds a little bit for sort of if you're shooting off sticks, you can sort of get your sticks wedged in there. Maybe wrap your sling around there. I don't know. That's what they're getting at, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty much your specs in a nutshell. But yeah, let's get in close, up close and personal. In this sort of usual Racknload style, we'll sort of have a good look at this thing. So, take it from the rear. Okay, that sounds wrong. Every time I say it, it just sounds wrong. Anyway, this is the recoil pad, and it's a lovely soft recoil pad. Really nice. Ruger's logo there. And then it's an ambidextrous laminate stock. Really nice. You've got Ruger's logo there, if you can catch it in the light correctly. Sling swivel stud, as mentioned. No checkering though. Would have been kind of nice to have a bit of checkering or a bit of stippling, sort of on the fore end as well. I quite like that on rifles now, because I think this would be a bit slippy with wet hands. That's just me moaning. heavy bull barrel. You can see that. It is threaded as well. 1/2 inch UNF, I believe. Or it might be, well, no, it's American. It's probably UNEF. I'll mention that in the details down below. I'll put that in the details. Because I did actually try throwing one of my cans on and it didn't fit. I was like, oh, wrong thread. Bolt action, obviously, as you can see. You may recognise if you're sort of new to looking at these sort of bolt actions from Ruger. If you're familiar with the Ruger 1022, same rotary magazines, okay? And these things are pretty bomb-proof, aren't they? But this is a 17 HMR one, so slightly bigger. Pretty much, I mean, it's kind of funny actually. I've built quite a lot of Ruger 1022s, and this one's got the extended magazine release. God, I've fitted a few of them on Ruger 1022s in the past, but that's pretty cool. That comes as standard, so that's really nice. But yeah, bomb-proof magazines. That's all I can say about Ruger's rotary magazines. They are pretty indestructible. That magazine sort of does lock home firmly. You know, I'll just sort of tell you while I'm putting it in. Flush fitted as well. So really nice. Pretty good job, Ruger. You know, can't really argue with that at all. Like I said, the action is steel, cold hammer forged barrel. What did I say? 1 in whatever twist I said. You have got, it is a polymer. Let's double check. It is polymer. No, it's not polymer, it's metal. It actually feels a lot warmer than polymer. Must be the coating on it. No, it's metal. Metal trigger guard. Could they have done that in polymer just to save a bit of weight? I don't know. It depends what you... If you're one of those people that like stuff to be really light, then that may or may not annoy you. I don't know. But if I'm honest, I prefer like an aluminium stroke metal trigger guard. It just seems a bit more robust, doesn't it? Big bolt handle, as you can see. I'm sort of jumping all over the place on this review. Big bolt handle, almost tactical-like bolt handle. So I like that. You know, I had no problems with this whatsoever. I find as well the bolt and the actual action of it, if that makes sense, a lot more slicker than the Ruger Precision Rimfire. And as you may know, if you subscribe to the channel, if you watch previous videos, I have, and I'll sort of inverted commas, have owned one of them. I just couldn't get on with it, but that's another story. But pretty much the same action as, you know, as the Ruger Precision Rimfire. But I don't know, on this one it just seems a lot slicker. Maybe it's just had more rounds through it, but it does just feel better. It probably is actually. I kind of should have held on to the Ruger Precision Rimfire for this video just to compare it, but it is pretty much the same bolt, standard in it really. So, but there's your bolt. Give you a closer look at the bolt while we've got it out. For those that are interested, I'm kind of like if it makes sense, I'm a bolt snob. I just like to look at the bolt on a rifle just to see what the quality's like. I remember once when I was buying, I think it was one of my first rimfire bolt actions, I was really interested, and I'm probably going to get slagged off for this. I was really interested in a Savage, right? I just love the look of the Savage. And then someone says, well, have a look at a CZ, you prefer them. And I was like, well, why is that then? He says, get the bolts out of both of them and compare them. Compare the weight, compare the material that they're made out of. And yeah, I was sold on the CZ. So, you know, quality, I guess, you know, it's just, you could just tell it was a better built, the CZ was. But anyway, we're looking at the Ruger American Target Lite. This thing is really nice, so I was quite impressed with it. Accuracy, I'll talk about accuracy. Sub MOA, once I finally got it zeroed. I've not got a target here, but I was doing a lot of shooting, so I was just taking photographs of my targets. I'll throw a picture of it up on screen. This was 100 yards, so sub MOA most of the time, and that's with me shooting. And I was really trying hard. You know, I had this thing sort of locked in on the bench. You know, on my rifle rest. Well, I say my rifle rest. I was using a Foam Action Sports rest. These are pretty solid, to be fair. So I was using these sort of front and back, really sort of locking this thing in. Yeah, I could have really sort of really locked it in on a, you know, a proper rest, but you know, average Joe. I was shooting like the average Joe, and yeah, I was getting sub MOA most of the time, so that is pretty cool. And that was with these Hornady VMAX 17 grain VMAX. These were really sort of really hitting the spot. So really quite good. I mean, you can't argue at accuracy. Can't. I mean, 17 HMRs. As long as there's not real gusty wind, then you know you're gonna get some good accuracy. It's just flies straight, don't it, like a laser beam compared to 22LR that will, you know, have a bit more of a rainbow trajectory, so to speak. So yeah, accuracy really good, and you'd expect that, A, with it being a 17 HMR, B, that heavy barrel. That is a free floating barrel, by the way. So, you know, it's to be expected, and decent glass as well. You know, any of the bad shots, I think we can blame me and not the combo here. So it's usually always down to me, guys. You know that by now. You know, I'm not one of these guys that make out that I'm the world's greatest sniper or anything. I'm okay-ish. But most of the time, as long as it goes bang, I'm happy, you know. So yeah, where did we get to? I'm all over the place here. It's got on the, now there's two sort of safety catches here. So you've got the, I always call it a Glock style trigger safety. Well, that's pretty much like a Savage. You've got the safety catch in the trigger blade there. Whether you like them or not, it's down to personal preference. So yeah, but what I do prefer, if I'm honest, is the Tang safety, which is excellent. Look at that. Why don't all rifle manufacturers make that? It is a bit noisy, to be fair. You know, if you're hunting with this thing, that's gonna give your position away. But it is a nice safety, nice and big, and just in the perfect spot. Really is perfect spot. While we've got this cocked, and I've got it cocked, let's give it. It is clear. Let's give it a pull. This is, like I said, it's a demo rifle on loan from Viking Arms. I've not touched the trigger, but let's see what it was pulling. It was pulling pretty nice, actually. I'm not going to hazard a guess, but let's just give it a whirl, see what it does. Drum roll. Ooh, just under 4 pounds. Should we do that again? Let's do that again. Do it again, just for argument's sake. So that first one was just under 4 pounds. Oh, yeah, well, give or take, these things aren't the most accurate, but let's call it a 4 pound trigger. Is it adjustable? I think, I don't know whether it is actually, looking at it. I can't see any access in there to sort of adjust it. Maybe you can if you take the stock off. But it's not bad. You can't really argue with that. But yeah, what a nice little rifle. Like I said, I've not done a great deal. I've done a few 17s. I need to do more really. You know, I do actually quite like the round. Even shooting on steel, I mean, you've seen footage, and I'll roll in some more footage, shooting steel. That's what I was mainly doing with this thing. I've got it pretty much zeroed, and then I was just pinging steel, and then I went to another range and done some sort of serious accuracy testing. And yeah, just good results, good results. Quite funny though, like I was saying, these things sort of hitting the steel, they do actually clang the steel, believe it or not. That little tiny 17 bullet, it still does clang the steel quite hard. So I mean, what are these travelling out at? I don't know what it says. I mean, they're oh yeah, yeah, so 2,550 feet per second out the muzzle, 100 yards is still 1,900 feet per second. So they're travelling, they are shifting. Those little things are. No wonder they're clanging my steel. All right, they're only taking the paint off the steel, but yeah, they're hitting it, and they're hitting it hard. So, but yeah, this is basically just my little review of the Ruger American Target Lite. Just something a little bit different from what you usually see. I don't know whether I should say that though. I'm throwing all sorts on the channel at the minute. It's just going bananas with different guns, shotguns, rifles, air guns. It's cool. It's cool. I can't complain. But no, it's nice to have a 17 every now and again. This is one caliber. I don't do a great deal of. I know a lot of the hunting channels, you know, are rolling loads of footage with their 17s, you know. But this ain't a hunting channel. Nothing against hunting, I just don't video it. Can't be bothered with it. So yeah, Ruger American Target Lite. I think I've pretty much covered everything. It does come with that rail, as you can see. So that's good. So you're pretty much ready to rock as far as dropping a scope on. You just got to get a scope and mount. But it's nice that the rail is on it and good to go. I'll just show you the manual. It's pretty much covers all of the Ruger American rimfires, so it is sort of, what's the word? It just sort of covers them all. So you know, all your basic sort of do's and don'ts. It's not sort of rifle specific, if that means anything. Shows you about the magazines, how to load them. It is a sort of black and white. Yeah, just your usual bump really. Yeah, look, we can adjust the weight of the trigger. I always do this. I should look. I really should just look through the manual, shouldn't I, before I do these videos? Yeah, you've got to adjust the. You can adjust the trigger, but you've got to take the stock off. That's a bit of a pain, really, isn't it? Don't you think? They should just make it accessible so you can sort of do it without stripping it all down. But yeah, really quite nice rifle though. We can't complain about the rifle. Exploded diagrams, always nice to see them. Even it shows you the magazine as well, stripped down. So, oh sorry, that's the magazine latch assembly. I did see a picture, maybe not in this one then, where they'd stripped the magazine down. Might have been where I was looking at this rifle on the internet. But yeah, I mean the magazines are easy to maintain anyway, so those of you that have owned Ruger 1022s, when your magazine gets really filthy, you end up stripping it down and, you know, giving it a good clean up. Basically, you just undo that Allen head there and it all sort of comes apart. No, I'm not going to do it on camera. You know what I'm like. Ain't going to happen. So yeah, that is it guys. That is your rack and load review of the Ruger American Target Lite in 17 HMR. Real nice rifle. For the range, target shooting, possibly, you know, Do many people use 17 for target work? Probably not. Good hunting rifle, a little bit weighty if I'm honest, for a hunter. That's just me speaking. I'd probably want something a little bit lighter. I mean, it is heavy with that big ball barrel, but damn accurate. Anyway guys, that is it. Thanks for watching. That is your Racknload review. Stay tuned. See ya.